That's what's gonna work. Okay, so just keep working on it. All right.
Mr. Long.
Yes, sir, quickly.
So you went in there and you said,
We made a
That's very cool.
diamond
Oh, that's very cool.
inside of it for 3D
Now,
diamonds.
did you do that from cylinder, cone? Okay, that's very cool. All right. Oh, okay. Just come back. It'll take, it will take forever for that thing to spin out the moment. So right now, let's just go to
I can redo it.
you can redo it, or it'll be there. I mean, you can redo it, but for right now, try it. Just pulling it up good. All right, guys, as we go here, I'm gonna dim the lights a little, maybe. Give a little better view up here. Now, as we've talked about before, you're doing all the design work now, all of the work that you've done the last 2 days on taking, and for Miss Stephanie's benefit, for Miss Stephanie's benefit, let's kind of go through what we did. We started with the idea of a scenario, right? Remember that? The scenario was that a group of colonists had left Earth, they had ventured to a new planet, they had arrived at the new planet, and what happened? What happened when they got there?
They didn't know how to do stuff.
They had all kinds of problems, didn't they? Ran into issues, shortages, feeling bad about the environment, couldn't get things to work, things were broke. And our job was to listen to their problems. What was the first thing we did? How did we listen? We listened remember that word? Empathetically, to really understand the deeper why of their issues. Then what did we do? What was the next step? We empathized, then we defined. Remember, we put all our ideas up on the big sheets, all 20 of those ideas, and then we shrunk them down to 10, and then we shrunk them down to 3 best is what you're working on right now. So we defined, and then what was next after defining? Now look real quick. What was after defining? The word that we used. We ideated, that's right. We defined the problem and we started ideating all the solutions. And then you prototyped. Remember the various versions of all the stuff that you've done here? Those are all of your visual prototypes. And now we're taking those prototypes and we're putting them into the CAD, computer aided design software. With the idea that we could take any of these designs and take them and make them come to 3 dimensions and hold them in your hand within the 3D printer. And so what I want to do for you is I want to demonstrate that process, how that works. Because there's a little intermediate step that we have to go through, okay? We take it from that CAD software, Tinkercad, and then we put it into software that actually creates all of those layers. Remember we talked about how the 3D printer worked?
Yeah.
About how it makes layer after layer after layer? Well, the 3D printer has to have the instruction set to be able to say, okay, start here, put material down here, stop here, turn, go this way, stop, go this way. It needs every one of those instructions because you know, like I know, you know, that computers are really pretty stupid, aren't they?
Yep.
yes.
They only do what you tell them. They haven't been able to think for themselves yet. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to give you a demonstration how we can take something very quickly, design it in Tinkercad, save that design, import that into our 3D printing software, and then actually create it as you watch, as Stephanie watches, okay? Because this is all for Miss Stephanie. We want to give her a good, really good, firm understanding of this so that she'll want to come and participate on our next class, right? That you guys teach. All right?
How do you cut holes again?
How do I do what?
How do you cut holes again? The hole cutters.
You select your image, bring it in, right?
Yeah.
You go up to that little dialog box in the top next to color,
Yeah.
and you hit hole. See where it says hole, the little kind of line thing? Okay, then you have to go back and group those objects.
Oh.
And then if you wait just a second, then your hole will show up. All right? So now we're gonna watch kind of how this works. Once again, I'm gonna log on to Tinkercad. I'll get my bad self in here. Okay? Yes, ma'am. See you in the corner.
How do you get rid of
Edit. Go up to the title bar, hit edit. and then delete. You got to select the item first. So you select the item you want to get rid of, click it, you're very welcome. All right.
I want to go. Am I in there? Is that a video?
That's what we're doing. Okay. Can you guys see well enough up here? Do I need to move one of the printers down? You got it? You think? One of the printers, okay. I'm going to use the Ultimaker so I can set the MakerBot down here, I think, a little bit. That'll help slightly. All right. And the name of my design is? Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts, actually. All right, we're going to make a very simple design. All right, so you guys keep your eye on me up here. Box in here, right? Going to take a pyramid, and we're going to do like we did before. We're going to put the pyramid right there. That's about right. Yeah, like that. I'm going to make that a hole. What do I do now? What do I do now? Group. And now it creates the hole, right? And just to make sure you know this is not something I've cooked up before or had here, somebody pick a number. Pick a number.